Scene 1. Danny is asleep in a hospital bed, upstage center left. The door is leading off stage right, and the window at the edge of the stage, the window is open. Moonlight is shining through the window. The hospital room is brightly lit. Danny's leg is in a cast, and there is a pair of crutches by his bed. Allie is asleep in a chair nearby. Danny begins to wake up and looks around the room. He notices Allie, goes up to her and hugs her. He buries his face in her hair and takes a deep breath before retreating back to his bed. There are several objects along Danny's belongings, sitting on a small table by the bedside. He lobs one of them at Allie. She wakes with a start.
Allie!
Allie wakes up, still drowsy. Pause.
Danny?
She runs up and embraces him, giving him a loving kiss.
Are you alright?
I guess.
Suddenly, Allie becomes aggressive, shaking the bed in frustration.
I'm gonna kill you.
Danny recoils in fear. He grabs one of the crutches by his bed and holds it in between himself and Allie. She rips it from his hands and gives him a swift smack in the arm.
Don't pretend you don't know. I was done with you. How do you always find a way to worm yourself back into my life?
That hurt.
Pause.
It's nice to see you. What are we doing? What are you doing here? We broke up.
Don't play dumb. You know what you did. You know. You know.
Let's calm down and figure this out.
Allie takes a few deep breaths with her eyes closed and slaps Danny in the face.
Ow!
I'm calm now.
What did I do?
You jumped in front of my car? I hit you?
Danny sinks in his bed.
Oh,
Ring any bells?
Pause.
I'm at the bar, hoping to see you and talk. I have a few gin and tonics, trying to get my courage up, but I lose my nerve. On my way home, the moon was beautiful. I see a Chevy Impala coming down the road. I didn't even think about it. I just jumped.
Allie is saddened to hear this.
Maybe it's best if we're not around each other right now.
You can't be left alone.
You know why.
Allie grabs the pillow from Danny's bed. She hits him with it.
I wish this pillow was full of rusty nails. I'm done feeling guilty. Let go.
Danny snatches the pillow from Allie. He hits her back. Allie tries to wrestle the pillow from Danny. After a short tug of war, she smacks his broken leg and he lets go.
Ah! My leg! It was over long before you left.
Allie beats him furiously with the pillow.
That's low.
You can't play it off as nothing. You cheated prolifically.
I couldn't break up with you and break your heart like that. So I moved on. I just neglected to tell you.
You moved on to about 3 different guys before leaving me.
Allie starts to tear up.
I'm sorry. I told you I'm sorry.
I'm willing to forget. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Allie pulls out her phone. She shows it to Danny.
I delete about a dozen messages from you off this phone every day. I've changed my number 3 times. After all this psycho bullshit, I don't want anything to do with you.
Allie starts grabbing all her stuff to leave.
Wait!
Allie is walking away. Danny urgently tries to climb out of the bed, but falls.
Ah!
What happened?
Allie rushes to Danny's side.
I was trying to stop you from leaving.
Let me help.
Allie helps Danny back into bed. There is a loud knocking. Danny lets out a scream of terror and clutches for Allie for dear life.
It's the nurse. He's been keeping an eye on me since last night. He's like Superman on steroids, and I think he was hitting on me.
Weren't you hopped up on painkillers?
He was asking all sorts of personal questions.
Probably trying to get your insurance information?
He tried to hold my hand.
He was probably taking your pulse.
He took my clothes off.
They were covered in dirt and blood.
Please, just get rid of him.
Allie walks out of the room. Long pause. She walks back in.
She wants us to keep it down.
She's a man.
With massive tits.
She has a beard and muscles like the Incredible Hulk.
She has a little bit of stubble, but don't be rude.
She's still terrifying.
You're an idiot. Leaving in front of a car must be the most least inefficient way to die ever.
There was an upside. I got to see you.
Danny tries to hold Allie's hand, but she pulls away. Falls.
Sorry I hit you. You're such a twat, though.
It was fate.
It's over.
Then I guess I have some unfinished business.
Don't just kill yourself because you don't get the girl.
Not just any girl.
It's over. Leave it in the past.
In that case, by this time tomorrow, I'll be dead.
If you promise not to die, I'll visit you tomorrow morning, even driving home.
Allie gathers all of her belongings and leaves. Danny sees her leave and slumps into his bed, defeated. He lies down in bed. The lights dim a bit. There is a long, contemplative silence. He grabs his jacket and pulls a phone out of his pocket. He calls Allie's number. She doesn't answer. He leaves a message on her voicemail.
I'm sorry, Allie. I planned the entire accident. Learned your work schedule, learned the route you drive down Highway 97 to Murphy's Pub. Waited for your Impala, jumped, for one more chance to see you, even if it cost me my life. I can't make it until tomorrow. The moon is beautiful tonight. Remember when you look at it. Have a wonderful life, my love.
Danny feigns passing out into the phone and drops it into the floor. He then reaches down, picks it up, and hangs up. Lights down. Scene 2. Lights back up. It is morning. Danny is sitting upright in his bed, off stage.
You did it again, asshole. Happy now? If you're not dead already, I'm going to murder you.
Danny pulls his blankets over top of himself, lies down in the bed, and feigns unconsciousness. Allie walks in and sees Danny lying down.
Are you okay?
Allie shakes Danny. She then backs off and yells.
Fucking damn it!
Allie turns away from Danny and takes a while to gather herself.
Leave you alone for one night and you self-destruct? You're just one